at the Paddling Center, and joining me is Kelly Rudolph. Kelly, tell us about yourself, honey.
Hi, I run the Paddling Center here. I am the Ohio State Director for the American Canoe Association and the Flotilla Staff Officer for AUXPAD in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. That is their paddlecraft safety division.
We're getting into the water today, but hopefully not actually you're getting into the water.
I'm getting in the water.
I'm getting into a kayak. And where do we start?
First of all, a life jacket. In the state of Ohio, legally, you have to have a PFD with you. But I myself and the experienced paddlers I paddle with would never enter the water without wearing their PFD.
You heard it here first. All right.
So the first thing that we do is loosen all of these straps. And if you stop by and get fitted for a PFD, you will be entered in to win an Astral Blue jacket that was donated by the Power of Water in Lansing, Michigan.
Awesome. So stop by the Paddling Center for their chance to win this nice quality life jacket.
It's personally what I wear when I'm on the water.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and zip yourself up.
I do know how to work zippers.
Okay, if you want to turn around this way, we are going to get the length fitted correctly first. Okay, now what you want to do is catch this lowest strap underneath the bottom rib. So if you put your arms out, I'll tighten it for you, or you can do it yourself. Yep, you want to go.
Oh.
I will guarantee that the majority of people do not fit a PFD correctly. They wear it too loose.
They don't wear it tight enough, huh?
Right. And what happens if you don't wear it tight enough is once you are submerged, that PFD is going to lift up. You want it to stay in place. So
I'm bringing our microphone back up. Right up here.
Now to check, you want to lift it.
That's not going anywhere.
No. Which means that when there is resistance from the water on this, it's not going to lift up.
Right.
Because you can easily get your arms caught up in a PFD if it's not fitted properly.
That feels good too. It was snug at first, but
Yeah, it's more snug than what you would think.
Yeah.
But this is the properly fitted way from the Coast Guard.
Well, I like that it's like snug down here versus on your chest because I can still breathe fine.
Right.
You know how sometimes things are too tight and you're like, ooh, that's too tight, and you have a hard time.
Yes.
That's not the case. It's actually just snug right over underneath us ladies. You know what I'm talking about.
And this is a lady-specific PFD that actually has indentations for the girls.
Yes, because I might not have this problem, but some of our ladies that are a little bit more well-endowed might find them uncomfortable. So if you find one that's fitted properly, you can be safe and still have a good time.
Right, and if you're not comfortable, you're not going to wear it.
Right.
So you have to make sure that it's comfortable so you will wear it and it does its job.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
where do
I
you
will
go
get
next?
in the water.
Okay.
And then
You're
I
going
will,
in.
yes. And I'm going in slowly because I'm mic'd up. You want to move at a...
She's mic'd up. And you're in a wetsuit, which means you're going to still feel every bit of that cool
Yes.
water.
So wetsuits differ from dry suits by wetsuits have a layer of water between your skin and the fabric. That water is heated by your body, which keeps you warm. A dry suit keeps you dry, but does not keep you warm unless you wear the proper insulation underneath it.
Okay.
So yes, I might take a little bit of a gasp.
Take your time. Take your time. Anybody out there into ice baths, cold water plunging? Healthy for you. really good. This is a good thing, actually. This is a good thing for you. It's good for our bodies to go through this process. I say that because I'm not the one that's going through it.
Yeah,
Somebody's
and
going through
you will notice bubbles coming up
it. Yeah.
because
It's not gas.
no, it is gas, but it is air that is escaping from in between, and it's being replaced with water.
Right. The right kind of gas.
Yes, the right kind. Okay, so we are going to hold this boat
Okay.
so that you do not end up swimming because you're definitely not dressed for immersion.
Well, more importantly, we have microphones and
Yes. So you're going to stand in and hold on to the railing.
okay.
So how you sit in a kayak, can you see her okay? You are going to put your knees to the side, and I'm going to just move this. Is your foot on the foot peg?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But it is now.
Okay. So relax your leg for a second
Okay.
so I can,
Yep.
and that's comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that one
yeah.
comfortable?
Yeah. Should my feet be like this or like this?
Your feet, you're going to have your heels on the bottom of the kayak
Okay.
and the balls of your toes
Okay.
on the foot pegs.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Yeah, you
so
might want to
one's
bring that one up a little bit.
there?
Okay, now it's there.
Okay,
Yep.
release. Okay, there it goes.
Yep.
And then
yeah.
you're going to take your knees and you're going to put them under the thigh braces here
Okay.
and push them out to the side of the kayak.
Yep.
Now, we're still holding on. We're not going to let you fall over.
Yep.
I want you to rock your hips side to side. You can really rock your hips side to side. This
Not
boat.
going anywhere.
No.
And I'm still dry.
Yes. Okay, so go ahead and stop for a second.
Okay.
They feel tippy because you control this boat with your body, mainly your hips and legs. So these boats are meant to be in more open water and larger water.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't have a flat bottom and it's not short. It is long. This one has a little bit
Narrow.
of rocker, which is,
Yeah.
think of a banana. You have the bow and the stern, bow and stern,
Yep.
that are coming up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little bit more playful and allow you to surf and now when you paddle, we're trying to engage our large muscle groups, not the small muscle groups. So it's a little bit awkward when you start, but when you put this paddle blade in, I want you to put it in up next to the kayak by your feet.
Okay.
You want to fully
Oh,
submerge.
like my foot's right here.
Yes.
So right there. Okay.
Well, as far
Okay.
forward as you can.
Okay. Yep.
You want to fully submerge this
Okay.
blade.
Okay.
And then as you are as you're bringing the blade back, I want you to push with your foot,
Oh.
but I don't want you to push your body forward. I want you
Yes.
to push your hip back. So try that.
Okay. Without hitting you with the paddle.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Let me try that one again.
Yep, go right ahead.
Right into the wall though?
I'll turn you around.
Okay. Well, you know what's funny is my friends and I will kayak the Cuyahoga River and we'll spend some time in front of Jacob's Pavilion listening to the concerts.
Oh, there you go.
Well, what's funny is this past summer, there was some kayak that I was in. I was like, no, I'll take the crappy kayak. Give me that one, it's fine. Man, that thing was like moving bricks through the water.
Yes.
It was not easy. So, okay. So I'm digging in right by my foot, pushing my foot forward but hip back.
Yes. What you're doing is causing your torso to rotate. So you're not using your arms. You're using your whole body to propel the kayak forward.
I am right-handed. Left hand loose if I'm right-handed.
So you do not want to hold a death grip onto this
Okay.
kayak.
Right.
I actually end up holding the kayak a lot of times with my middle finger and
Yeah.
my thumb.
Right.
Very loose, very fluid, and you're just going to
Okay.
rotate through it.
Okay. Here we go.
You're a natural. Now, one thing you will notice when she went to stop or go backwards,
Yeah.
automatically you flipped your paddle this way.
Did I?
Yes.
Is that right?
No.
Oh.
So
What's the right move?
you always want to keep the paddle held correctly,
Okay.
which is like this with
Okay.
the power face, which is that curved face
Okay.
facing backwards.
Okay.
You can do a reverse stroke, but you're going to do it with the back of your
Even-
paddle.
So no matter what.
No
always
matter what.
Keep it like this.
Yes.
The correct way.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that seems counterintuitive,
Yes.
but I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna see how I do this time around.
Okay, I'm going to move you back here a little bit.
You warming up, Kelly?
Oh, yeah, I'm comfortable now.
Good.
You know, it just takes a minute for that layer of water to warm up between
Right.
your skin and the fabric.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna practice now stopping correctly.
Yes. And when you go to stop, you're going to push both feet on those foot pegs and keep your arms outstretched.
Okay. So both feet on the foot pegs, and then keep my arms outstretched.
Yep, you don't want to have your elbows bent because you want to be secure. If you're leaning against something and somebody comes over and pushes you, you don't have any resistance to
Right.
that. You don't have any stability.
Right.
So if you are leaning forward, keeping your elbows
Yeah.
straight and pushing down with the paddle, that's going to give you the resistance to stop.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
And you can try to go backwards from here. So
And then would I keep the paddle like this?
keep
even
the paddle
going
like
backwards?
this. Yep. Put it in at your butt and move it towards your toes. Now, the correct paddle stroke is something that you will develop over your time as a paddler. It takes a little while and a little concentration to, remember to do these things.
Right.
Like push with your feet and not pull. But once you get that down, paddling will be much more enjoyable for you,
Yes.
and you'll be able to do it a lot longer without getting as tired and fatiguing those muscles.
What do you think about this move?
So you are doing well. When you do a sweep stroke, which is how you turn,
That's called a sweep stroke.
sweep, like
Oh.
sweep the floor,
Sweep. Okay.
you're going to hold the paddle.
Yep.
Hold the paddle normally. Yep, like that. You're reaching your arm out by your
Uh-huh.
toes and moving the paddle. Keep your arm straight,
Oh.
like a rainbow.
Oh.
And you want it right under the surface of the water. You're not digging deep. You're keeping it
Right.
just like that, but submerge your entire paddle.
Oh. So the sweep stroke
Turns.
is a light rainbow.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Right below the surface of the water. Now, what I want you to try doing is do a sweep stroke, but dig your paddle deeper and just to see
Okay.
what it does.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do a 360.
And you notice what you're doing right there.
Yes.
You are going a forward sweep, reverse sweep, forward sweep, reverse sweep. And that's how you do a 360.
Yes.
And
That
this is a
rainbow
long
is
boat.
A good tip. That
This is
gives
a
me-
14-foot boat.
Yeah.
And you're not, doing 15 paddle strokes to turn in a circle. You're doing several, but you're turning a long boat.
Right.
With the proper technique, you're able to move these kayaks much more efficiently than if you're trying to muscle through it.
Right. And I feel like that's a mistake that I know I've definitely made in the past, is just improper form, muscling through it, exhausted.
Yes.
But one of the things that I did learn is like when you're going on like a kayak adventure, especially for maybe like the new folks that are getting into it, is to start by doing the harder thing first. So like going upstream first,
Always.
right? And then come back downstream or whatever. Yeah. Right, and you need that for the end of the trip when you probably, hopefully, not muscled through it, but it's exhausting, right? Like it's a workout. This is a workout.
It is, and you're using muscles in ways that it's not intuitive to use
Right.
them that way.
Right.
But once you develop the skill and the muscle memory to
Right.
do these paddle strokes correctly, you will be able to paddle much longer.
Yeah.
It'll be more fun and more energy efficient. You know, the longer we can spend on the water, the better.
Yeah.
And what I recommend to everybody, if you are interested in paddling, taking a paddling course from an ACA certified instructor is probably the most beneficial thing you can do. Most paddlers do not know what they don't know.
We are going to tag you guys in this video, but how do they get a hold of you guys as well so that they can learn all of your tips and tricks and all of the safety things for getting out on the water?
So the American Canoe Association has a website, americancanoe.com, and you can go in there and find your state and then search for an instructor in your discipline. There is coastal kayaking, whitewater kayaking, stand-up paddleboard, canoeing, and there are lots of in-betweens.
Yeah.
The craft that you choose, the type of kayak, should be dependent on the water you plan on using it in.
Sure.
Not all kayaks are created the same,
Right.
and they're not created for all the same environment.
That is so important to know. So just because I prefer this kayak and I feel like this kayak moves and grooves quicker than some of those like open, what are they called? The ones that are wider.
sit-on-tops?
Yeah, the sit-on-top kayaks. That doesn't necessarily mean that the sit-on-top kayak isn't more applicable for a different application, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you guys are going to have seminars all weekend long. You're here at the boat show all weekend long.
Yep.
Check out clevelandboatshow.com to see the kayak schedule right here at the Paddling Center. And for more information, you guys heard it, Kelly Rudolph, and all of the information is going to be tagged right here, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.
And one other thing before we
Yeah.
go, you can come and sign up to try one of these kayaks
Yes.
in our paddling pool.
You too, this can be you. This
Yes.
can be you.
And there are other types of kayaks you can try besides a sea kayak like this one.
And going through all of this entire tutorial in all the different types of kayaks and seeing really what fits you guys,
Right.
what fits your needs.